And welcome back, 8:44 your time. Do you ever get what's called sunshine guilt when it's nice out? Psychologists say it's a regretful feeling that settles in whenever you stay inside on a nice day. It can be especially upsetting if you assume that everybody else is outside living their best lives. Experts say this type of guilt tends to go hand in hand with the fear of missing out and can also be made worse by social media. Let's bring in licensed mental health counselor Shantala Boss. She is joining us now live with more on sunshine guilt. Shantala, good morning. It's good to see you.
You as well, Danielle.
My first time hearing about this. Is it a real thing?
I do believe it is. I haven't actually heard it coined this way, this term, but I believe it truly is, especially in Florida when we are so hot all the time and often stuck inside in the AC. But we are called the Sunshine State and often told that people are jealous of us because we have so much sunshine. Little do they know how hot it is and how that can affect our mental state. So a lot of times I think if we aren't out early enough or we don't go out later in the middle of the day, it gets so extremely hot and debilitating that this can take a real toll on our bodies. So we see pictures or videos of people, maybe they have a boat or maybe they have a large pool or they have a lot of ventilation at the time, but that just doesn't mean this is happening all the time. They probably planned this. It was probably something that they looked forward to for weeks and they were able to go outside and have an activity, but it is not something prolonged that we can really withstand during the summer months in Florida. It's not realistic. So I think if we look at it, set our expectations appropriately, that these pictures or these images on social media that we're seeing, they're a snapshot of a person's day, maybe on a holiday or something that they had planned, something that they were looking forward to. But this is not an everyday occurrence in Florida in the middle of July. It just isn't. I have to get up very, very early if I want to run even 3 miles, and it's probably about 6 a.m. I say my window to be outside after 8:30. It's just too hot.
Well,
so
that's the case for
it's important to plan.
Right.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I think that's the case for a lot of people, especially here in the summertime, right? We know we've got to do things either really early in the morning or really late in the evening, right before the sun goes down. But when can so-called sunshine guilt be a serious problem?
Well, it becomes a serious problem when we force ourselves outside when we really shouldn't be outside. The problem with extreme heat in Florida is that it affects neurotransmitters in the brain. So if we have any form of tendencies toward anxiety or distress or any sort of depression, even if we don't have any of these things, when we're outside, we do have more of a tendency to feel negative emotions when we are extremely hot. Our cognitive behavior will decline. We won't be thinking this clearly. We won't be able to engage as well. But also there are a lot of studies about a tendency towards higher aggression during the summer months when there's extreme heat. So we have to really watch ourselves and be mindful of the times that we are outside and what kind of physical activities we are engaging in, making sure to hydrate ourselves, take care of ourselves. And like I said earlier, plan ahead. Plan for a day where you have all those things met. You have the hydration you need, you have the proper food, you have the pool or the cool space, or you're able to do an activity that you're able to come inside. That isn't every day. Plan ahead and look forward to those things during the summer and have realistic expectations, because everybody else isn't kicking up their heels all day long. It's just not physically possible in this heat.
All right, so let's revisit this in the fall when we can really talk about sunshine guilt, because in the summertime,
yes, so we talk about it.
Smart, I think, to stay inside when the weather gets really hot. Shantala, you're amazing. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you, Danielle. Have a great day.
All right, you do the same.